Hi, Big Tractor Power fans. I'm out in a western Kentucky field with a John Deere 9370R 4-wheel drive tractor equipped with a set of 1,000-gallon Chem Farm tanks. We're going to take an in-depth look at this farm's corn planting operation and how they utilize these big chrome tanks to help plant their corn crop. We'll climb up in the cab and visit with the operator to see his perspective of running a high-tech big piece of machinery like this tractor, and we'll also see how the 24-row 60-foot wide John Deere 1775 NT high-speed corn planter makes a big difference in this farming operation. So let's climb up in the cab of the tractor and see how it all works.
You want me to put out my right marker for this first pass, Jason?
Yeah, you can. I'm going to try to line up with you, then that way I can see how close I am lined up.
You got your flag turned on?
Yeah, I will as soon as I set this AB line. I hadn't set it yet.
In the cab of a John Deere 9370R tractor. It is equipped with 500-gallon tanks on the front from Chem Farm. It's carrying 1,000 gallons total of nitrogen fertilizer, which will help the corn crop grow. This is a 2018 model and has that special 100 years of John Deere tractor production decal on the hood. The tractor is running at just about 8.5 miles per hour here, going across the field planting corn. You can see that it's hands-free. John Deere Green Star's auto guidance system allows the operator to let the tractor in an automated fashion plant the corn in a perfect 60-foot pass, but as we approach the headland, the operator will take over to turn the tractor around. You can see the tractor has a nice mirror. This was an update for 2018. You have a large frame mirror up here and a shorter one down here to get a good view. You can see the triple tires of the tractor as we turn in the mirror, and we can look down and see them turning here as well. With auto guidance, one of the nice things is we're actually skipping a 60-foot pass because there's another 60-foot planter out here, a John Deere 9410R tractor with a DB60 24-row planter, and they're doing a comparison. We'll talk to the operator a little bit about what they're doing out here with the technology and the tractors. So how do you like this technology where you're able to skip a pass, you're able to plant the entire field first before you plant your boundaries? And
yeah, I really like it. I mean, we're doing that just for the simple fact of doing our ends last, so we're not turning on them, especially if, you know, if the ground's a little wet or or something, or if it rains, you get rained out when you come back in, so you're not turning on those ends. You actually can do those last. What we're doing now is we're checking. We're going to do a little plot here with the high-speed planter, the seed spacing versus the DB60, and we're also going to do checks without starter fertilize and without the 32% that we're putting 2x2.
So now this is 32% up on these tanks, 1,000 gallons out front. How far does 1,000 gallons carry you when you're putting it down?
The 1,000 gallons that get us over 100 acres, we're putting down 10 gallons to the acre, and we're doing that to give that corn a boost till we get back in and come back with roughly 47 gallon of 32 at side dress.
I'm just going to look out the back here. We can see the front units that kind of stick out. That's where the nitrogen is being applied right there through the planter. And then we can also see that you have a starter fertilizer tank then here in the center.
Yes, that's the starter fertilizer tank right there on the tongue of the planter.
How have you liked running a high-speed planter? I think is this your second season?
This is the second season. I really like them. You can go out there and check behind them, and that seed, it's right there. If you're supposed to be dropping it 6 inches apart, it's right there. The only disadvantage is the seed size. High-speed planter likes large seed. You'd like to have anywhere from 14 to 1,500 seeds per pound.
Up here on my right, or you'll be get over there with you.
The smaller seeds, it doesn't plant as well. You know, if you was thinking about buying one, I mean, you really ought to put that in consideration of having a large seed. It really plants. We're planting at 99.4% right now.
Oh, that's impressive.
I mean, that's pretty good. And the seed that we're using, it's about 1,450 seeds per pound. So
so in addition to the GPS technology, I also noticed you have an iPad up here where we can actually see a map of the field and where the tractor's position is.
yes, we put that in, and after we got it in, we found out that the climate view is not compatible this year with the high-speed planters. They're working on that, and they're supposed to have that for next season. Now the DB, it's actually working on the DB, which you can actually see that yellow strip there.
Okay.
That's where that DB planted.
No, it's pretty neat that. I mean, we can see our fence line there, and that's a lot of technology.
We're actually using that also as a backup to Deere for the mapping. And if something happens with Deere, which we had that problem last year on our combines, we didn't get good maps, so we're actually backing that up with the field view.
Technology is great as long as it's doing what it's supposed to.
That's
but
right.
Then we're kind of lost without it, so that's good to have a backup. So how many acres a day? What's a good day in a setup like this?
A good day, if everything's right, you can plant 400 acres. If the fields are right, don't have to move very many times. I plant 400 acres a day.
And then how often do you have to refill during the day?
Most days, twice. Generally, we get somewhere between 220 and 240 acres per fill up on seed. Like I said, the nitrogen is every 100 acres, and the starter fertilize is, well, we can do 150 acres, but when we fill up with nitrogen, we top back off with starter.
Well, thanks for the information and the tour of the technology up here, and we'll look forward to seeing this tractor rolling out in the field.
Yes, sir.
Up in the cab, we had just discussed about refilling the tanks and the planter. Let's just take a quick look at how that operation takes place. Let's take a brief look at the specifications of this farm machinery. The John Deere 9370R is the entry-level model in the 9R series of articulated tractors. They range from 370 to 620 horsepower. This tractor is manufactured by John Deere at its Waterloo, Iowa tractor factory, which has been producing tractors for just over 100 years. The 9370R has been in production from 2015 and remains a current model in the tractor lineup for model year 2019. This tractor is powered by a 9-liter, 6-cylinder, 549 cubic inch John Deere engine, rated at 370 horsepower. It utilizes an E18 John Deere power shift transmission with 18 forward and 6 reverse speeds. It weighs in at 39,200 pounds from the factory and can be field weighted up to 48,700 pounds. It features a 310-gallon diesel fuel tank and a 22-gallon DEF tank for clean engine solutions. According to JohnDeere.com, the tractor prices out at $355,533. John Deere manufactures its corn planters in Moline, Illinois. One of the most popular lines of planters available from John Deere is the 1775 NT series. The popular selling sizes in that line include a 12-row 30-foot model, a 16-row 40-foot model, and a 24-row 60-foot wide model. We're taking a look at that big 24-row model. The NT in the 1775 model designation stands for narrow transport. This 60-foot wide planter folds up to a narrow 12 feet to head down the road. It's the same size as a 4-row corn planter when it's moving from one field to the next. This planter has a 100 bushel seed capacity. It features ExactEmerge, which allows it to plant at high speeds all the way up to 10 miles per hour. According to JohnDeere.com, the starting list price for a 1775 NT 24-row corn planter is $213,642. That's just the starting price because each planter is custom built to meet a farming operations needs and soil conditions. As additional components are added to apply fertilizer, different row units, and other features, the price goes up. This is a big investment for a farm, but it's the number one investment a farming operation planting corn can make because it determines how the rest of the year will turn out. Chem Farm saddle tanks are manufactured by Kelly Engineering in Brookston, Indiana. They offer a variety of sizes. These 1,000-gallon tanks are definitely impressive and can help cover a lot of ground. That's the number one reason the farm is utilizing the 9370R 4-wheel drive tractor. The minimum horsepower requirement for the 1775 NT 24-row planter is 250 horsepower, but when you consider the weight of these big tanks and carrying them across the field, the 9370R is a perfect fit, and that big tractor will do a variety of jobs on the farm throughout the year, including tillage, planting, and running a grain cart. Now that the field has been completely planted, we can see this big 60-foot wide planter fold up to that narrow 12 feet and head down the road to the next field. I hope that you've enjoyed seeing this big machinery planting corn in western Kentucky. The 1,000-gallon Chem Farm saddle tanks are definitely an impressive component of this planting operation. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there are over 1,000 videos of farm machines in action. If you have any questions or thoughts about the video, please leave them in the comment section below, as I try to respond to every post that is made. If you'd like to get a preview of what is coming up next on Big Tractor Power YouTube, make sure to check out Big Tractor Power Instagram, where I share pictures and short video clips of what is currently being filmed in the field. As always, thank you for watching.